Hello, I'm Czardus, and let's play Timberborn. Welcome back to Ironfang. We are going to make progress today. I want to start to work on a big project, and that is getting water out this way, because I want to make our way over here to these ruins and get scrap metal. And then we'll be able to start using metal. And to get water there, it's going to be a pretty big process, but maybe not. To start, we're going to just put a floodgate here, not a floodgate, a levee. And we're going to put it like right here, and that I think will be the start of our water. Yeah, these guys, it's too far from the district, but I think it should work. Somebody said that it will still work even though it is farther from the district, but we can get a road and that'll make a big difference. Here we go. And then we can get a path out this way. And I want a path. Yeah, we can just bring this along here. And for now, we'll go ahead and... No, I don't want to do that. I want to take that back out. Yes. Because what I want to do instead is we're going to get stairs here. And then for now, we'll put a path. I think we'll go like this, and then we'll get a stair down on the other side. And we'll have a path come this side in the water. But that should work. That will get them doing that. We are, in the meantime, continuing to make good progress on a lot of things. I feel really good. We've got a lot of food stored up. We have water stored up, and we can, when there is another drought, we'll just close this and we'll continue to produce food and water during the drought. And we don't have too many beavers yet. We don't have any beavers that are out of work. We don't have any vacancies either, but that's okay, because when we do get beavers, they will be assigned to building a bit. In fact, what we could do, I think, if I remember right, we have hauling post, builder's post, or builder's hut. We can employ additional builders. We don't have a ton of research. I'd like to start getting more research. We need 1,500 points to get that. Let's just get another inventor. Go ahead and put this up here. Oh, I just played a little bit of a Planet Zoo, and so now I keep trying to press buttons that are the keys for that, for rotating and stuff like that. Those will get built. This is a healer. That is not going to get built for a long time. We'll go ahead and just pause that. We need metal for that. That's why it won't get built. But they can build this, and eventually we're going to put a dam here and raise the water level, which is going to flood all of this. And eventually maybe we'll save it and get another levee built out here to have more control over the water here. But for now, I do want this to flood. We don't need that wood right now. It'll be all right. Although it would be really nice if we could get over there and harvest it first. I wonder if we can. Let's try. Let's go ahead. We're going to demolish these berries just so we can get a path through. No, we'll go a different way. We're actually using those berries, so I don't want to get rid of them. Put a stairs there and here. And then we'll come over this way. And somewhere in here we need to come down. It's going to be difficult, actually, because we can't get down to build. We need a levee underneath here, or a platform. But I don't think we can get that built. See, that's what I want. Can't get the path through here because we've got trees there. Let's go ahead and put a tree cutter here. and then mark these trees for cutting. I am so excited to partner with Apex Gaming PCs to bring you a custom line of gaming PCs named after some of my most popular series. I've worked with their team to put together an amazing setup for playing games like City Skylines. There's a link to see the full line in both the description below and the pinned comment. Oh, and be sure to use the discount code Czardus to receive up to $250 off your purchase. Get wood out of here. Actually, just enough. Unmark that. We want to get... I don't really care about those ones. I care about those 3 right there. So that'll get built eventually, and then we can expand as well. So for now, we're going to skip ahead a little bit. Okay, so we've been making progress. I did a couple of things. One, I realized that we were not actually chopping down these birch trees. So I set them to chop down, and now we're planting new oak trees there as well. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to add a builder's hut. I am going to spend the research points on that because we're going to be doing quite a bit of work over in here. And so I do want to get a builder's hut out this way. And we'll just put that right there. We have the beavers that will be able to do it. We're going to make this a higher priority. If I can remember where to do that, here we go. High priority, they are going to build that. Oh, and we have a drought started, so we have to make sure to come over here and close this. So we're going to hold all that water in, and hopefully we will be okay. We've got the water here that we are storing. We're going to be fine. We've got plenty of that. We actually don't have a ton of wood because we're going through it so quickly, but we are making progress. And we have a lot of wood here that is just waiting to be chopped down, so I'm not too worried about that. But this is taking a lot of wood, and it will continue to do so. But now we have more builders, it will go a little bit faster. So the drought is going fine, but we did just for a moment before Badgen died of old age, we had somebody homeless. So we do need to get another housing thing in here. Let's go ahead and get another barrack. And what I want to do with this one is we're going to go like this. And then we can get a path in here. And that is going to need 40 logs. We'll keep it as a low priority. It's not a huge deal right now, because we're kind of just on the precipice of needing it. What is more interesting to me, this guy has already cut down all of these trees, and pretty soon he'll be able to get down here. We just need 2 logs, and then we'll be able to get him down here and chopping all of this down as well, which would be really good. We want to cut this down, because the whole thing we're doing is trying to harvest what we can here before we end up flooding it. And in fact, what we might want to do is build a little bit of a levee here too, and maybe preserve some of these berries, because that is a lot of berries. What we could do is we could have the water flow in here and then out this way, and then we'd also have a nice backup there. But then we'd probably need to build a whole levee around here, and then it's getting more and more complicated. That could be a long-term goal. Yeah, you've got nothing to do, I know. These should be high priority here, so that Vernica has something to do. I am a little bit concerned that we're going to see this water go away before the end of the drought, but we do have water stored, and again, we have plenty of food, so even if it stops growing, we should be fine. Okay, so a couple things. I accidentally did not have these trees actually marked for cutting, so that was why we had a bottleneck. I did add 2 more lumberjacks too, so we've got plenty of people chopping down wood now, and that should help our construction. The other thing is we have survived a 6-day drought without this water running out and being fine, so I am really happy about that too. So we're in good shape to be working on these larger projects and not worrying too much about survival at this particular moment. Now, that is going to change because you can see we keep breeding and the population is growing. So that is going to become a thing eventually. But the drought's over. Let's go ahead and let the water start flowing again. That might empty out temporarily, but the water will catch up in a moment. And then, of course, it doesn't go over our dam here anyway, so that is fine. And then this is almost done. This is done. This guy out here, Verniga, is now chopping down the trees that we want to save here. And this levee is done as well. So now the next thing I want to do is I want to come in here, and I guess we don't have to worry about that yet. Although it might be harder. No, we could. It'll be fine. What I want to do is I guess we'll start working on this. So what I want is we're going to come in here and we want a floodgate in the middle. We can have a levee here. It's going to be hard to get in here. We also have to decide how high we're going to take this. I mean, we can only go as high as that, which is 2 higher than here. Okay, so we're going to do a levee all the way across here. Too far from the district, yeah, I know. We do have a stair here, though. Very conveniently placed. Bring a path down this way. And they should be able to build in here now. So we're going to get the levee here. That may immediately start to raise the water level a bit here. I don't know if that will be enough to start flooding this, but eventually we're going to go up another level here, and I'm going to get a floodgate in the middle there. They are complaining about food. Why are you complaining about food? We have food for you to eat. We have berries and we have kohlrabis. So why don't you go and eat? Are they just traveling too far, perhaps? Yeah, I mean, you're not starving. You just need to actually take a break. Yeah, you're spending too much time going too far away. That's going to be the problem with this plan. But once we are up here, it should be, I mean, once we complete this part of the project, the water will be flowing over here, which will get this area fertile. And then also we can start to build the rest of this channel, which will then force the water through here and make it be moving faster. And this will be our power center. That's going to be the plan. This is done being built here. That's good. So this is flooding, just a tiny bit, but I want to have a little bit more control over things. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this one levee. And instead we want to get the double floodgate. We have the research points. We can go ahead and do that. We're going to get double floodgate in here. And that is going to need planks, which we have plenty of planks for that. Beautiful. And that'll give us more control over how much water is flowing through and whether it floods or not. We've got some water trapped in here, which is nice. I'd like to get water trapped in here at some point too, and that'll be a nice big reservoir. We can do water collection there. But we're not quite there yet. I want to try to get as much of these trees cut as we can. Let's get 2 more lumberjacks out here. I know that they'll have to travel pretty far, but they should cut these trees down pretty quickly. They can store 20 logs in their little spot, and then how many are you taking? You're taking 2 at a time, okay. These will get built, and then, yeah, we've got 6 unemployed beavers right now. So at some point, we really should slow down some of our breeding as well. But I'm still not too worried about food because you can see we're even fermenting pretty well. They're eating those up, well, like they're eating them real quick. But once we get our power center built, then that'll be worthwhile. Okay, now this needs to be set to 0 right now. We want that water flowing through there. We did trap our water in here, which is nice though. You can see how that flood is going to be useful. Here we've got now water trapped in here, and you can see it's already starting to make things more fertile. Yeah, these guys are going to chop this wood down a bit faster. We want to save what we can there. And the next thing I'm going to do is come in here and we're going to mark these for demolition. Go ahead and go like, I guess we only have to do 1 layer right now. Maybe we'll do 2 so that we have space to walk. Path out this way too. We're really far from that district. These are almost all full. Let's go ahead and build storage out here too, just so that they can. It's only 20. I wonder. Let's get a hauler post. Then they can carry more and be more efficient. We'll go ahead and put that over here. Builders get right to that. There, and now we've got four haulers there already. That already put people to work. And that'll work really well. Let's go ahead and build the rest of the levee here too. And then we've got this fully under our control. And at some point we can flood that, and that will take water all over to here. But again, I want to try to get as much out of these trees as I can. So we are really getting a lot of wood stored up, and I want to get more stored. So what I'm going to do is we're going to build another large pile here. We'll go ahead and put that like that. And then we're going to come in here and we'll get a platform above. Then we need a stairway to get up there. Bring a path like that, and then a path in the front as well. And then this just needs to be set to wood. So now we're going to get even more wood stored, which will be really good. I'd like to get more water stored at some point too, I think. Storage, we're doing pretty good with stuff. We can get a medium tank now. And we can put that, we could get another pump there actually. Let's put the medium tank out here. So that we can get some water stored right by where the beavers are really living. This is looking good, guys. Gonna get the path a little bit further here. Make sure that those trees are all getting cut down. Getting a lot of the wood out of here. Yeah, we are in good shape. And of course, before we can build that water thing, we need to get a gear workshop, which is going to require power as well. It's a bummer because we're so close to getting that power stuff. So I think we'll just hold off on this too. That'll be paused because we're not going to finish this power thing right away. But pretty soon we're going to build more of it and hopefully get the water flowing. I don't know if I'm going to need to have the channel all the way out to there. We're going to bring it through here, and then it's going to come up across this way and out. And then we're going to get a new district out this way pretty soon. And at some point, we may need to get water up even higher. But we're going to deal with that as we go along. We could end up redoing all of this and seeing what happens. But for now, this is really working out well. Okay, and actually, I am a little concerned about water. So we are going to slow down for a moment and get this sorted out, because that water number dropped a bit lower than I wanted. We're going to get another deep water pump in here. Put a beaver to work. Put this at high priority. get somebody to work on that real quick and get more water pumping out. We're not going to be able to build that big water pump or that water storage, but we can get another small tank. And we'll put that. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a big one there. Have some space here. We'll put a couple more water tanks in there. And hopefully that will be all that we need to do. I think we'll be fine then. Alright, so now we're going to see how much water we get stored in these today, now that we've got another water pump going. And hopefully that will make a big difference. In the meantime, we're almost done with this, so we're almost ready to start flooding that. Although I think I do want to build a levee along like this. And then maybe control some of the water that goes in there. We can have another levee over here. I think that'll be part of the next stage of this process. For now, we are pretty much done here. This needs to be removed though. And there, now we're really making our way out this way now. All right, so I think that'll be about where we leave it. We're going to be entering another drought pretty soon, but we are in good shape. I believe we got a lot of water stored. That is going up, in fact, and that is a good sign leading into the drought. And again, last time we survived an 8-day drought, or a 6-day drought, without running out of water there. So we are going to stop here. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.